Jake, back again with a lower camera angle, but a camera angle regardless. And I'm back here with another request from my buddy Jack from the Autumn Dogs. He wanted me to review the Easybeats' first North American album, Friday on My Mind. Now, a little fun fact, this is the first album on this channel where I had not heard it in its entirety prior to reviewing it, and I am so happy I listened to it because this is definitely quite a hidden gem from the 60s. For those of you who might be unfamiliar with the Easybeats, they were an Australian rock band. They were often called the Australian Beatles, basically, because they were quite a thing in the land down under. They were formed in 1964, same year the Beatles got big. The band consisted of Stevie Wright on lead vocals, Harry Vanda on lead guitar, Dick Diamandi on bass, Snowy Fleet on drums, and George Young on lead rhythm guitar, sorry. 2 lead guitarists, this isn't Thin Lizzy, come on now. Also, I'm sure most of you probably know this by now, but for those of you that don't, if the name George Young sounds a little familiar to you, he is the older brother of Malcolm and Angus Young, who are in Australia's other sensational rock band, AC. Now, the crazy thing is, you heard earlier I said this was their first American album, and it was. It was released in May of 1967. It wasn't released until Australia, where they're literally from, until October of 1970. Contracting issues. I will never understand them. Also, one very important thing to make note of before I get right into the songs, if you are looking to listen to this album after this review or whatever, the track listing on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube probably, it's the track listing for their European album, Good Friday, which was released around this time. It is pretty much the exact same album, just, with slightly different sequencing. The only real noticeable difference is one of the songs that I will get to on this album is replaced with their cover of Hound Dog. And like I said, I will get a little more into that later. Now, onto the songs. Track 1, the title track, Friday on My Mind. This is the song. This is the hit. If you don't know the Easybeats, you at least know this song. It is impossible to feel any kind of negative emotion listening to this song. Me and Jack were just talking about it, and it's one of those songs that you cannot believe how perfect it is. It is one of the greatest pop songs of the 60s, and let's face it, probably of all time. It's nothing if not the best celebratory weekend song ever. How about that? I mean, George Young even said that it had to do more with their outlook on life than anything else, and that's really, I love the sort of innocence of those pop songs of, the 50s and 60s. They really captured like a spirit, at least, that cannot be recaptured. This for sure has one of the best build-ups ever. It starts right off, the and you already can kind of feel it just, oh man, they're gonna do something. It's gonna be exciting, and it somehow surpasses your expectations with one of the best choruses of all time. I'm done. It's just a perfect song. Go listen to it. Please, just go listen to it. Track 2, River Deep, Mountain High. This is, of course, a cover of the Ike and Tina Turner song, and while I do vastly prefer the original, this one is still a worthy cover, I think. Stevie Wright is a great vocalist, in my opinion. When he really, belts it, he really, it sounds so soulful still, even though it is basically just, a poppy British Invasion style reworking of the song. It still definitely has that spark, and I think it's great. And I love sort of the groove they get into towards the end of the song. I think the Easybeats were definitely one of the more instrumentally distinct bands of that time, and a lot of people don't give them credit for it. They totally had their own style. It's definitely, it's the Easybeats style. It's totally not an accurate musical description, but, when you hear it, it's the Easybeats. Track 3, Do You Have a Soul? The beginning of this one is a little unsettling for some reason. Like Stevie Wright, I think it is. He's like making these like screams and like baby noises? Question mark? I don't know. Don't ask. However, the rest of the song, definitely one of the coolest they've ever done, I think, from what I've heard. It's just that energy, that cool energy is just radiating off it. And it's mainly only like that for the verses, though. The chorus is, while it sounds great, it's very poppy, and I don't think it blends super well with, the tone that the verses had. That's just my opinion. Track 4, Saturday Night. I love the opening harmony vocals. The harmonies are mixed really well in this song, I think. And this is another just cool, awesome sounding song. This was a cooler band than I think they got credit for. They really just had that swagger that put them up there with, I would say, they had the swagger of the Stones and the melodies of the Beatles. Perfect combo. Track 5. You, Me, We Love. This is undoubtedly the best intro on the whole album, I think. This is one of the first Easy Beat songs I heard, and when I just heard that, there wasn't no man who lived by the sea, oh my gosh, I was hooked instantly, just from that melody alone. And I mean, obviously, the rest of the song is fantastic as well. The lyrics are they're not only impressive, they also want to make you listen to your elders. But yeah, this is definitely one of their best written, in my opinion. Definitely give this one a listen, for sure. Track 6, Pretty Girl. Now, even though I, and most people on the planet, heard Friday on My Mind first, this was the song that got me hooked on the Easy Beats. I remember Jack sent me this song, instantly fell in love with it, and we both were kind of going on this Easy Beats kick, just discovering new songs from them, mainly from this album, actually. I had heard, some of it before, just not in its entirety. I mean, this really is a perfect pop song. It's super catchy, it's short, it's simple, and it's really worth listening to just for those ending vocals alone. Just the pretty girl, pretty girl, pretty girl. Yeah. Track 7, Happy Is the Man. It's so weird, like, even though this one is very innocent sounding, this is definitely another one of those cool ones that really make you want to, like, rebel. Like, this is the best way I can explain it. If any of you have ever seen the movie The Wild One, starring Marlon Brando, it definitely kind of radiates that sort of energy that his character gives, just, rebelling, one of my favorite lines in the movie is when someone asks him, Johnny, what are you rebelling against? And he's like, what do you got? I mean, I feel like that sums up the song perfectly. Track 8, Women Make You Feel Alright. Now, this is the song on the album that is only on the American version. Obviously, like I said, the other one has Hound Dog on it. And if you want my opinion, I do not give a solitary crap about either song. They both suck. I'm just gonna say it how it is. This is a decent enough rock and roll song, but it really, I felt nothing listening to this song. Like, I felt more emotion from, like, Friday by Rebecca Black. I at least felt something listening to that song. I felt nothing with this one. I'm sorry, I know I'm being way too mean to this really good band, but this song it's a decent enough rock and roll song, I guess. It's an improvement over Hound Dog, but, yeah. I'm only reviewing this version of the album because I like hearing Friday on My Mind as the opener. That's it. Track 9, Who Will Be the One You Love? This is a much better song, thankfully. This is really just another perfect pop rock song. I love the sort of guitar picking intro. I love Stevie's vocal on this. I mean, this one's just really an all-around standout for me. Track 10, Made My Bed, Gonna Lie in It. This is absolutely my other favorite on the album besides Friday on My Mind. I mean, harmonies for days. This is the coolest song on the album, too. I mean, The verses and the, I don't know if you'd call it a poppy chorus really, but poppier than the rest of the song, and they both blend together beautifully. They really made it work on this one in particular. I could listen to this one forever. This one, you will, once you listen, you can't listen to it once, basically. If you listen to it once, you're gonna listen to it probably just as much as Friday on My Mind. This one is definitely a contender for the best Easy Beats song for me. Track 11, Remember Sam. I love the melody on this one. This is definitely, I think, one of the poppier ones, and it definitely, the replay value is strong on this track for sure. And another big standout is that I realized mainly during this one, I mean, they stand out throughout the whole album, but this one I really noticed that Vanda and Young are both really great guitarists in their own right. Like, they add a very distinct style to their music, and it is absolutely vital here. 12th and final track, Sea Lion Woman. This is the worst song on the album. Once you've listened to 11 tracks, 30-ish minutes worth of quality music, I mean, even, Women Make You Feel Alright is at least, a decently written song. They just decide to take a big, fat dookie on you. Musically, obviously. What kills me is that this one had potential to be probably the best song on the album. It has that jazzy drum beat, which I totally love. Sounds totally different from anything else they've done. And then they had to just bash it and crap on it with Saline, 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 Saline. And it becomes even more and more and more and more annoying as the song progresses. Shut up. Saline. Overall, despite this album's very, very few weak moments, they do not even hold a candle to the greatness that you'll discover on this. Please, please, if you are a fan of 60s music, Beatlesque type music, if you are a fan of any sort of pop or rock songs from this time period or in this style, please check this band out. Check this album out. They are so much more than their one hit. You will be introduced to so many more amazing songs. Trust me. Thank you so much for watching again. If you want me to review anything or talk about anything music or movie related, drop it down below in the comments. My name is Jake. I'll be back. Saline!